Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode corporate filings and find the hidden stories before you do. Today we are looking at a filing that highlights some interesting dating gymnastics when it comes to purchase agreements. This filing is an amendment to a report from August 2022, but it details a whole series of changes to a securities purchase agreement. Originally made by Healthier Choices Management Corp, also known as HCMC. So imagine you sign a deal and then keep pushing the deadline back again and again and again. That is kind of what we're seeing here. This is actually amendment number 9 to a filing, so things are definitely evolving. Let's dive into what exactly is going on with this company. So way back in August of 2022, HCMC sold about 14,722 shares of preferred stock to 5 institutional investors for a hefty $13.25 million. That sounds pretty straightforward, right? Well, not so fast. Just a few months later in March of 2023, a first amendment to this deal comes along. This one says that the company HCMC will pay each investor 10% of the value of their preferred stock as a conversion payment. If they convert their shares into common stock before a certain event called the spin-off, then in May of 2023, another amendment. This is the second one. They push the date that investors can get this conversion payment all the way to the 1st of December 2023. They also make a change to how the preferred stock can be converted. And here is a key part. They say these investors now have to buy a series of convertible preferred stock in a new company that will be created from HCMC's grocery and wellness businesses. This is only if this whole spin-off thing and the initial stock offering are finished before that the 1st of December 2023 deadline. By October 2023, they are back at it with a third amendment. This one gets pretty technical about how the conversion price for that new series of stock will be set. It involves looking at the average stock price over a few days before the purchase, and then on a specific date about 40 days later they might reset that price if the stock price has dropped. They also extend that deadline for the spin-off to happen to the 1st of March 2024. Then in February 2024, a fourth amendment, just another deadline change, pushing the completion date to the 1st of June 2024. And then in April 2024, another deadline change, this time to the 1st of August 2024. Fast forward to July 2024, and a sixth amendment pushes the completion date to the 1st of November 2024. Then in November 2024, a seventh amendment changes the completion date to May 31st, 2025. We are now in April 2025 and we get an eighth amendment. This one moves the completion date to the 31st of October 2025. And finally, in October 2025, they signed the 9th amendment. Yes, 9th amendment to the original agreement. This amendment pushes the completion date yet again to the 1st of April 2027. So what started as a deal with a deadline in 2023 is now looking at a final completion date in 2027. That is almost 5 years of extensions. This filing is all about that 9th amendment dated the 30th of October 2025, which adjusts that completion date. It is fascinating how many times the parties have renegotiated the terms and deadlines for this transaction. So what does this tell us? Well, on one hand, HCMC is clearly trying to make this deal work, and the investors are willing to keep extending the timeline. This might indicate that the underlying business is still considered valuable, or that the investors have a strong belief in the future success of the spin-off. On the other hand, consistently pushing back deadlines for such a significant investment can also signal challenges or complexities in executing the original plan. Perhaps the spin-off is proving more complicated to prepare for than initially anticipated, or market conditions are frequently changing, making it difficult to lock in final terms. The fact that they are also agreeing to terms for conversion and reset prices on the new series, as stock shows there is still active progress being made on structural elements. From a Warren Buffett perspective, he would look at this and wonder, why is this deal taking so long? Is the company truly growing and creating value, or are they just kicking the can down the road? The consistent extension of deadlines for such a large sum of money suggests a delicate balance. The investors are still committed, which is a positive sign, but the repeated changes indicate that the path to completion is not a straight line. This could be a sign of strategic flexibility, or it could be a sign of persistent obstacles. We need to watch if the fundamental value of HCMC and its spun-off businesses can justify the extended timeline and the potential for price adjustments. The key risk here is that the company might face further delays, or that the market conditions change so drastically that the original deal structure becomes unfavorable for one or both parties. The opportunity lies in the successful execution of the spin-off and the subsequent performance of the new entities. Investors should be looking for clear signs of operational progress and market traction to justify the long road to closure. Alright, that is our breakdown of Healthier Choices Management Corp latest filing. What is your take on these repeated deadline extensions, and what do they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time.